If your call center is still running on recording-only QA, manual CRM logging, and zero after-hours coverage, then this video is for you. I've spent the last year helping clients evaluate and switch to AI-powered call center platforms, and the difference between a team doing it the old way and one with proper AI in the workflow is significant. Not in theory, but in first call resolution rates, rep ramp time, and the deals you start losing to those missed handoffs at 2 o'clock in the morning. AI is actually changing call centers right now. You need to know what to look for before you pick a platform. And that's why I'm sharing my top 5 picks for 2026 with you, including the one I recommend most for small to mid-sized teams. So let's get into it, shall we? Now, traditional call centers ran on 3 things. You have your working phone lines, a decent script, and of course, people willing to pick up. When any one of these 3 breaks down, the cracks started showing fast. Agents winging difficult calls because there's no live coaching, for instance. Supervisors catching objection fumbles 3 days later when they finally get round to reviewing recordings. CRM updates that never happened because reps were simply too worn out after a long shift to update everything manually. AI fixes the right parts of that picture. And I want to be specific about what that actually means in practice, because the term AI gets thrown around a lot in this space. And the first thing that AI does well is it handles routine calls autonomously. AI voice agents can field FAQs, qualified leads, schedule callbacks, and route complex calls to the right human 24/7, rather than anyone on the payroll sitting by the phone midnight. That frees up your agents to focus on conversations that actually do need a human being. And the second thing is real-time assist. During a live call, AI can feed prompts to the rep, surfacing relevant information, flagging sentiment shifts, whispering coaching cues that only the agent hears. It's like having a manager who can sit in on every call simultaneously without any customers knowing. Now, the third is what happens after the call ends. AI auto-generated summaries, transcripts, and CRM logs means reps aren't spending 10 to 15 minutes on admin after every single conversation. That data flows straight into your help desk or CRM the moment a call wraps. This is what I call the holy trinity of 3 capabilities: autonomous handling, real-time assist, and post-call automation. And they're what I've used to evaluate every platform on this list I'm sharing with you. But before I get into the picks, there's a few things worth being clear on before you start evaluating specific platforms. First, you need to understand the difference between AI voice agents and AI assist. Now, voice agents can handle calls autonomously. AI assist supports your human agents in real time. Now, most teams will eventually want both, but you should decide which is the priority right now before you start comparing features. Now, second, we have integration depth. Now, I want you to say these words very carefully after me. Bidirectional CRM sync. That means call data flows both ways automatically. There's no manual login. There's no copy and paste. Check that your specific CRM is natively supported, not just available via Zapier. Middleware workarounds can add latency, and I promise you they're going to break at the worst possible moments based on my own bitter experience. Now, third, you have to think about handoff quality. Now, this is where a lot of platforms fall down and where demos can be a lot better than reality. When the AI doesn't resolve a call, what does the rep actually receive? How much context transfers across? Does the customer have to repeat themselves? Test this specifically with your messiest calls and not just sanitized demo versions. And finally, there's pricing structure. Per user fees, consumption-based AI usage, and add-ons can combine in ways that aren't obvious upfront. Build out a realistic seat count and usage estimate before you compare costs. You'll end up with a nasty surprise on your first invoice. So, onto red flags. There are a few things you do need to watch out for as you evaluate platforms. Now, the first is AI features buried in enterprise tiers. Some platforms advertise AI capabilities all over their homepage, but they lock the meaningful ones, like voice agents, real-time coaching, sentiment analysis behind custom-priced plans. Always confirm what's available at the tier you're actually considering. The second is vague uptime guarantees. Now, simply saying high availability in the site's marketing bump means sweet Fanny Adams, as we say in England. In other words, it means nothing at all. Ask for a specific SLA, ideally with 99.9% uptime guarantee or above, and cross-check it with independent reviews. And of course, there's vendor lock-in. Some platforms store things like call recordings in formats that make migration painful, or structure CRM data in ways that are hard to export. Ask about data portability before you sign anything. All right, well, let's get into the platforms now. We're starting with Cloud Talk. It's a solid option if your team lives and dies by outbound dialing. The power and preview dialers are well executed. CRM integrations with HubSpot, Salesforce, and Pipedriver Clean, and the Lite plan starts at $19 per user per month, billed annually, making it one of the more accessible options for growing sales teams. Where I feel it falls short, though, is AI coaching depth. It lags behind some competitors at equivalent price points, and if you're running inbound support rather than outbound sales, the feature set does feel a little thinner than alternatives. Now, Dialpad has built a strong reputation, specifically around AI transcription and coaching. And the key differentiator for Dialpad is that these features are included in its standard plan at $15 per user per month, not locked behind an add-on. The AI engine transcribes in real time, flags action items, tracks sentiment, and fires speech coaching cards at reps mid-call. Setup is fast. I found the interface to be very clean, and CRM integrations with Salesforce, HubSpot, and Zendesk are solid. Now, the main frustrations I found were that pricing above the Pro tier requires a sales conversation, and the support quality gets mixed reviews for some smaller accounts, though I have to say that wasn't my experience when I tested it. So now on to TalkDesk. Now, this platform pitches itself as AI first, and I feel that's reflected in its feature set. You've got the AI-driven omnichannel routing, quality management tools, real-time analytics, and I have to say, one of the most comprehensive mobile apps I've ever seen in this category. Agents get nearly full call handling functionality on mobile, which matters more than people expect when you're away from the desk. The trade-off is complexity and cost. Full configuration takes time, and advanced features like omnichannel and workforce management push you into the elite tier at $165 per user per month. So this is really a mid to large support team platform, not an SMB one. Speaking of which, we now come to Five9, which is, I think, the enterprise choice on this list. Its machine learning powered predictive dialer, I think, is one of the most efficient tools available for high volume outbound. It only connects agents when a live person answers, so it cuts down idle time significantly. On the inbound side, its Genius AI layer handles virtual agents, real-time assist, and post-call summarization with what I think is some real depth. The catch, though, is the scale and the cost. Now, core plans start at $159 per user per month with a minimum number of seats of about 50. And beyond that, you have to get into custom pricing and contact sales. Now, if you're running a large operation with the IT resources to match, Five9 earns its place for everyone else, though I'd say it's overkill. Which brings me to my top pick, which is AirCall. Now, what I think sets this platform apart from everyone else on this list, and the reason I keep recommending AirCall to clients, is that its AI features aren't bolt-ons sitting in some separate dashboard. They're woven directly into workflows where teams already operate. Its AI voice agent handles routine inbound 24/7 FAQs, qualification, callback scheduling, with really context-rich handoffs to live reps when the call inevitably needs a human. AI Assist Pro layers on real-time coaching prompts, live transcription, and post-call summaries. And these can all feed automatically into the 250 plus native integrations, Salesforce, Zendesk, HubSpot, you name it, without any middleware. Now for managers, the live monitoring dashboard shows every active call in real time. You can listen silently, whisper a coaching prompt the customer never hears, or even barge into a three-way if something's going sideways. Now I've seen this feature myself, and it has moved first call resolution number significantly within less than 4 weeks of deployment. Setup's also very fast, numbers, IVR, and users in a single session without any additional hardware. Now, the Essentials plan is $30 per user per month with a minimum of 3 users. AI Assist and AI Voice Agent are paid add-ons on top of that, but they're priced fairly transparently on the site. But if you were to ask me, is AirCall the cheapest option, I'd have to say no. But for hybrid sales and support teams in the 11 to 1100 seat range who want telephony and AI in one place without rebuilding their stack, it hits the sweet spot better than anything else I've tested. So that's my list for 2026. Cloud Talk for outbound heavy SMBs, Dialpad if you want AI coaching without paying extra, TalkDesk and Five9 for larger operations with the budget and IT resources to match, and AirCall as my top pick for the majority of growing sales and support teams. Whatever you go with, do yourself a favor though, demo it with your worst calls. I'm talking about simulating Apache Wi-Fi connection here, queuing a couple of dozen callers, trying to break the AI handoff, and that's where the real differences between these kind of platforms will show up, not in the polished demo, but right there at the center of the chaos. If you found this useful, please drop your questions in the comments, especially if you're currently evaluating platforms or have made a switch recently. I genuinely love to hear what you found, and thank you for listening.